Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Muphidaht and I would like it if you click down below to subscribe to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to take you guys through how I like to do my soft everyday makeup full glam look. This is like my go-to when I want to do look good. It's kind of a neutral matte grown, I hope it makes sense. It's trendy, but like I like, this is like my go-to and I'm gonna be using all my favorite products. So yeah, if you want to see how this video goes down, carry on watching and let's get right into it. So first off, I like to do my eyebrows. So I'm going into my Beauty Line by Didi. I don't really mind the kind of eyebrow pencil I use so long as it's dark brown. Yeah, so I'm going to fill my eyebrows in. Then I like to go into the Juvia's Place brow pen. I really like this. Even though my eyebrows are microbladed, I just like to be extra. And I'm going into my trusted MAC concealer palette. I'm going to use the shade NC45 to clean up the bottom part of my brows. Then I'm going to clean the top part of my brows with NC50, which is close to my skin tone. I know my eyebrows are skinnier than usual, but I would repair it. I didn't intend for them to be this skinny. I'm cleaning the top part so that I don't transfer the lighter concealer to the top. And then I'm going to clean up the bottom. So brows are done. The next thing is I like to do my base. So I'm going to prime. This is my favorite primer. I really like it for days where I'm going to be wearing my makeup like for a really long time. I have oily combination skin and this is like skincare and makeup in one, in my opinion. It's pricey. It's called the Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner Primer. Lenny introduced me to this product and this is my first time getting it. It really helps with my pores, so you just need the tiniest bit, and then I'm going to put that wherever I get oily, and the rest I will just put it all over my face. So I'm going to blend it in like those. And I'm going to allow this to stay on my skin for a bit. While it's absorbing into my skin, what I like to do is to go into my NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade 04. And I'm going to put that on my eyelid, just like so. And then I'm going to just bring that to the front of my eyebrow and kind of drag that out like this. I'm just playing into the darker eyelid I already have. And then I'm going to leave that because my face is dried down. For foundation, I either like to use the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, or I like to use the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. It's either I use either of these, so I think I want to use the NARS. Then I'm gonna go into my sponge just to blend this in. For concealer, I'm gonna use my Too Faced, you guessed it. I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. You know where I usually put the concealer, and then I like to do this type to highlight like this, and I put a bit on my forehead, this side of my face, and then my chin. For bronzer, I like to go crazy with it, so I'm going back in with my NARS Laguna bronzer, and I'm going to apply that where I usually would, just this part of my face. And then I'm going to apply that onto my forehead. For my nose, I'm going to apply the same bronzer. I'm going to start from where my eyebrow starts, and I'm going to drag it down. Then I'm going to start blending out my concealer. I'm gonna go back into my foundation brush, and I'm going to blend out the forehead just a tad bit, and then around the chin and mouth, and then the edges of the concealer, and then back in with my bronzer brush. I'm gonna go in with my sponge. Going back in to blend the nose contour. a second concealer. Tiniest dot. And then I'm going into the Patrick Ta cream blush. I'm gonna use the cream bits of it. Like I said, I'm playing into like things that actually complement my skin tone, so I realized that peachy terracotta blushes work for my skin tone. So I'm going in, as you can see, the shade. Yeah, so I'm going into that, and I'm going to apply that on the apples of my cheek. Then I'm going into my sponge to blend out the concealer. Going to bring that into my inner corners, right up here. And I'm going to drag it out. Looks like this. So I'm just going back in with the brushes that I use with no extra product, just to make sure that the contour is still there. I'm also going back in with my brush. And then back in with my foundation brush just to iron out any harsh lines. So I'm going back in with a brush that I used for my concealer, and I'm going to just stamp that right in here. Just like so. So it kind of opens up the eyes. So I'm going to start with setting my under eye area. This powder is so pricey. I haven't gotten the chance to buy a new one, and I don't think I would now. It's just way too pricey, but it's so good. So a dupe for this one is the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder, but there's just something about the Charlotte Tilbury powder that is just amazing. I'm just ironing out any creases. Just going to start off with the under eye, and I'm going to push this powder in there. The lightest layer. Remember to iron out any creases before you use a powder, otherwise this is a recipe for cakey makeup. Flawless, like literally airbrushed. So I'm gonna use my Huda powder. If you can't afford the Huda Beauty powder in the shade Blondie, the Revolution banana powder is a literal dupe in terms of color, not how it works, but in terms of color, like it's literally the same shade as the Huda Beauty Blondie, but nothing beats this powder. If you can afford it, definitely go and get it. I'm going to push this under my eyes. And then I'm going into the setting brush. I'm just going to push that around my eyebrows just to set that concealer down, because we didn't set it in the beginning. And then I'm going into my concealer brush just to blend and iron out any creases here. And then back into my contour brush to iron out any creases as well. And I'm going in with a light layer of setting powder. I'm just going to push that in there. This would keep the place matte and not budge or move all day. So the next step is to bronze. I'm gonna go into my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade 3, tan 3, and I'm going into the same brush. Do you guys get tired of me using the same product? I feel like if I find something that works, I just stick to it. Also, I realized that I would be buying a lot of unnecessary things just based off hype. People would keep hyping a product and I would like feel like I need it, but I really don't, because I already have products that work for me. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm like a YouTuber, like a makeup YouTuber, and I need to get products and review for you guys, I feel like it's just becoming too much. I don't know, unless of course like I've seen a lot of people using it and I feel like it will work for me. Otherwise, I don't find a need to go out and get it. I don't know, with the same thing with skincare, like I got off the trending skincare bandwagon a long time ago because I realized that a lot of things that were trending were not working for my skin type, and a lot of people that were hyping skin products didn't seem to have the same skin concerns as me. I have hormonal acne, I have hyperpigmentation, I am black and have melasma. I want to deal with my acne, but people would like hype something and I didn't see them dealing with acne. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I just stopped. I just got off and I just stick to what works for me. So that's why I don't always come out with so many skincare routines. Like I will use something, if it works for me, then I will let you guys know. But apart from that, I don't see the need to like switch out my skincare routine if something is working for me just based off of trend or something is popular. No, I won't do that to myself. Like I said, of course, if I feel like it resonates with me, if I feel like I'm going to need it, I would definitely invest in it. But apart from that, no. I'm going into the powder bit of it and I'm going to apply that where I applied the cream earlier. Going to do a bit of baking. So I'm going back into the eyebrows because I set all the concealer around there, and I'm just going to fill this bit. I'm going to do like a quick wing with a black eyeshadow. This is my Master Matte, also one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. And I'm going into brown, just putting that in my eyelid. Then I'm going into this dark brown core eyeliner from Wet n Wild. It's called Pretty in Mink. It's a darker brown, so I'm going to use that to tightline. Yeah, it's very soft, not as intense as the black. Then I'm going to smoke it out. So I'm just going to blend this in. To set the rest of my face down, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 360. I'm just going to push that everywhere else. I'm going to set my face down with the NYX elf setting spray. I don't know why I said NYX. And then mascara. This has to be my new favorite lip combo. This is the Juvia's Place lip liner in the shade Cocoa Latte. It's a very, very dark brown. Then going into the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat in the shade Foxy Brown. And then the ABH matte lipstick in the shade Hash Pink. And then a bit of highlighter. And then some brow gel. So guys, this is the end of the video. This is my 90s fine makeup look. What do y'all think? Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.